Hey guys, what's going on? This video is for my Muslim friends. I get a lot of questions about Ramadan and maintaining muscle mass or bulking during Ramadan. By the way, shout out to, like I said, my Muslim friends. In fact, my grandparents, my mother's side, are all Muslim. So my maternal family, 90% Muslim. So I know a lot of things about, Islam and things like that. But anyway, for Ramadan, to maintain bulking, I'm not too sure, right? Because it's very hard to bulk when you fasting. Because when you do Ramadan, you're pretty much doing intermittent fasting, and it's great for maintaining and losing body fat. But as far as getting massive, you can't get big on intermittent fasting. Don't get me wrong. But as far as getting massive, which is like my goal and goal of a lot of people, I don't know if it's optimal. But anyway, hey, depends on your body. But what I could tell you about as far as maintaining muscle mass during Ramadan is very important. Now, I'm assuming, you're not eating during the day and that you only have a small window to eat before you go to bed. So, you gotta understand what fasting does first. Three bad things about fasting. Fasting has a lot of good, good benefits to it. But three bad things about fasting is, number one, it exhausts your glycogen stores. Your glycogen stores are gonna be low while you're fasting, which leads to the bad reason number two, which is your body's gonna start using a lot more protein, and as well as faster, but a lot more protein for energy, gluconeogenesis. Your body's gonna use a lot of protein, which you don't want, and that's gonna lead to problem number three, which is loss of muscle, because everybody knows protein synthesis. Building muscle is the result of a higher protein synthesis over protein breakdown. Your body's always breaking down protein and synthesizing protein. To build muscle hypertrophy, you want the protein synthesis, the net protein synthesis, to be higher than what's being broken down. And when your body is breaking down protein during fasting, that makes it even harder, right? So the three bad things about fasting is your glycogen stores are going to be low, which is going to lead to protein being used for gluconeogenesis, and the third thing is obviously loss of muscle, because in the long run it's not going to happen over fucking night. So once you know those three problems, it's easy. Use the Team 3D mentality to counter that. If you know that your glycogen stores are going to be low, and that's going to set up this cascade of bad events, simple. During your eating window, stay away from. Now this is if you're bulking, obviously, right? You want to make sure you fill your glycogen stores really, really, like I'm talking about to the top. During your small eating windows, eat a lot, right? Eat a lot. Complex carbs, fast carbs, eat them all. Fast carbs because, like I said, you want to replenish your glycogen stores quickly after your workouts, and after your workouts is the best time to soak everything in. And complex carbs so that you also have carbs digesting slowly when you're not eating. So you want to eat both. Eat complex carbs and simple carbs, right? It's not something I recommend to a regular person, but just for the month of Ramadan, that's what I can recommend, right? This way you have, you're not struggling with low glycogen stores during your fasting hours. Number two, and that's very important because we all know building muscle is all about protein synthesis. You want to eat a lot of slow digesting protein, right? Eat a lot of steak. Steak takes hours to digest, so you're always gonna have protein in your bloodstream, right? Eat a lot of steak. Don't be concerned too much about the numbers, the grams, whatever, but just eat a lot of steak. You also want to eat your protein shakes. Don't get me wrong, because after training, you obviously want to, increase protein synthesis. So you want to take your shakes post workout, but before you end your eating window, you want to make sure you OD on fucking slow digesting protein, right? If you're in the Middle East, eat lamb. You guys have lamb. You guys are so lucky because I love lamb meat. But it's so expensive out here. Eat lamb. Eat steak. Eat a lot of slow digesting protein. So you're gonna have your fast recovery from the shakes and the slow digesting protein from the steaks. I said shakes and steaks. So shakes and steaks, they actually rhyme. So just think, protein, think shakes and steaks. Carbs, think complex and fast. Mix them both, and that's gonna give you enough time to wait another day until you're able to start eating again. So anyway, I hope this video helps. Try to keep it as simple as possible, right? Don't overdo it, and don't neglect your fats too, right? You also need your fats for your hormone levels, because fasting has some benefits to your for your hormones, but it also can be detrimental if you're not getting enough fats. Most of your fats is going to be in your steak, but you also want to get some healthy fats in the long run. So try to cram everything at once, and put a lot of salt in your food to increase your appetite. It's going to be hard to eat all that food in a short period of time. All right, I hope that answered your question. I'm out.